Gary, this is your February 24th, something like that, 2021 lesson. The setup looks good. We can get that chin up just a little higher. Now, like I said during the lesson, it might be because of the mask, but we want the chin up a little higher. See how Scott's eye lines are, about here. Yours is down here. So you're going to have problems with that left shoulder bumping into your chin, and it's going to curtail your backswing. So let's work on getting that thing up just a little higher. Other than that, it's a pretty good setup. We like that. So, okay, let's see. Okay, so the yellow lines, represent your swing plane. Now, the shaft doesn't have to be on one of these yellow lines or the other. It just has to remain parallel to them. It doesn't have to be exactly parallel, but within 10%. Okay, so that's the swing plane lines. And I could draw, like a million of these yellow lines. I'll just do 2. So then we'll do the butt board, hand path, it's pretty good stuff. And then we'll check for head movement. Okay, so this is just kind of a review of what we went over in the lesson, and we'll walk you through. Okay, so the first move is here. This is like a death move. You got here's the club head, and here's where it should be. So you can't even see it. It overlaps his hands. It's out here. So you've moved that. The club head should be, right here, and it's here. It's like 2 feet out of position. So this is the start of this little dumping it over the top move. Here's the shaft. See, it's not close to parallel to the yellow lines. Okay, so we'll capture this. Take away. Okay. You need to fix that. That's the number one thing. The number 2 thing is, the good thing is the butt of the club is right there. It started on that green line, that vertical green line. So that part is good. You like that. You haven't thrown it away. You're breaking, and part of the thing of dragging that inside, you're breaking that right elbow pretty soon. Look, when he's here, he's got, that elbow is almost straight. So if you're jerking the head of the club, mainly because you're bending this right elbow too early. It's called an earlier set, but you're setting it not on plane. You're setting it sucked inside. Okay, so then a good athlete, you keep rotating, and then you go, oh shoot, my hands have to be up here. So then from here on, the shoulder stops, shoulder hits your chin. Then you just lift your arms, your hands. Okay, now the momentum, because it's off plane, momentum is like this, and it just keeps going, and then you take your hands and just dump it over the top. So let's go. Okay, so here's the butt of the club. And here it is at the top. So this should go butt of the club should go linearly towards the ball, or towards where it should be at impact. See, it's just out here towards the ball. Now, got kind of got the knee. From here, the knee goes towards the ball, and it should be going towards to the target. But let's check the depth. Okay, so at this position, the butt of the club should be. That's not bad. That's not bad. About midsole. That's fine. So you got enough depth, but then you lose that depth by throwing your hands towards the ball. See the butt of the club has hardly moved. The butt of the club is here, and it started here on the green line. Now the hands are in front of the green line towards the ball, and that's part of the cause of, see, you get in here, and the shaft is right here, and this is the cause of your over the top thing, and it should be on your arm, the dashed blue line. Now watch this. See, the butt of the club goes up that linear red line, goes up, and comes down it, right on that thing. So he gets it in here. The butt of the club is still inside his toe line. It's kind of goofy because of the angle, but trust me, it's okay. See how this green line is where his shaft is. Yours is here. Okay. The great thing here is the head is stationary. That's really good. The butt's coming away from the back wall a bit. It's because you're coming in steep and you're trying to get away from hitting it fat, because that's what steep downswing provides you. If you don't jump out of the way, you're going to hit it fat, roll sod over it. And look, this is good. You got the left hip pocket turning. It's not just not against the wall. So you made a good makeup move, but here you got the blur is outside your hands, and look where his is. You can't see it, so there it is. It's just about where it was in the backswing. See that? So if there was a blur, it would be just behind his hands where it should be. So we'll give you this photo. We'll give you also the one in front. The blue line is the shaft, and in this case it's the green line, but we'll give you this. Green impact. Oops. Okay. Okay, so from here, we're just trying to play catch up. So, from face on, like I said, and you end up a little steep. No surprise there. So that just supports the little cut shot or slice. And then from a face on direction, there should be no surprises. See how that head is quite a bit down. That grip looks like it looks pretty good. And it looks like that V is open, but it looks like it's pointing in the right direction. So that's not bad. So let's just check for the swaying thing. I think we did it during the lesson. There's a little sway, but nothing serious. Okay, so we go back. See how the shoulder moves? That's really good. Shoulders are moving as fast as the head of the club. I like that. Yeah, so there's this sway. See that? And see you're kind of rolling over on the outside of the right foot. Nah, no bueno. This is about the ball width past where, you know, your right hip started. Your right hip started there, and it's now there, so there's about a ball difference. In reality, if you want that, as you make a backswing, that right hip should go back. You should have a ball on the other side, ball width on the other side of this yellow line. But I like this. See how that left leg is caved in, and it looks like it's pointed to the right of the ball. It's really good. And that's a pretty good shoulder turn, too. You know, this is a little too vertical. Usually there's a little tilt away. But I like the fact the right shoulder's disappeared. And as you come down, you know, we talked about this. Look, you know, you got pretty nice lag in here. Here's the shaft. Here's your arm. So there's no major problems with casting. Look, it's at 45 here. So you're coming in here and you're releasing the lag just about where it should, and you turn through, and you know, just after impact, there's your belt buckle, and it's where your left hip was at the top at address, which is great. This is caved in. You know, the hip rotation is just a little late. This release through the ball is really good. See how you release that shoulder? And at this point, you got the two arms straight. I mean, that's really good. The shaft is somewhere out here. That's like professional quality. So you got that going for you. But you're coming in steep, and you're coming in such a weak position. If you get that thing laid off and coming in shallowed out, then you can take advantage of this. Quite a good release through the ball. That's really good. You know, like keep that right arm straight. You can have good direction and everything else, but you're coming in steep, and you're trying to shallow it. You're trying to basically throw a loft at it and prevent hitting it left and duck hooking. And as you come through, since you're steep, as we explained during the lesson, that's going to be a pull. And if you turned your hips earlier, it'd be a giant pull. And then you're, you know, good athlete. You figured out, hey, the ball's going to go left. So what happens is you hang on to the club face, and it comes in open. It ends up slicing. So you got a built-in slice. You haven't released the club head going from toe up to toe up. And you've developed a nice little spiffy little slice.